students! Hi again! Welcome back to math class. Still under the ocean. Nice and safe down here. No crowd. How are you? Today, I would like us to investigate this question. What is a graph? Okay. Last time we looked at tables. What is a table? Now we must find out what is a graph. Let's find out. A graph is the same thing as a chart. The words graph and chart are synonyms, words that mean the same thing. So graph equals chart. Tables are different. Tables have boxes and cells, and there's rows and there's columns. But a graph is a chart. Okay? Well, what's a chart? What is a graph? Graphs or charts are pictures of data, pictures of information. Okay? These are examples of graphs or charts. Here's a graph. Here's a graph. Here's a graph. And here's a graph. Different kinds of pictures to show data. Okay? We can make a picture using the data from our table. Do you remember this table from the last video about kinds of sports? Here's our data. It's all in the chart. The title of the chart is Kinds of Sports. What's your favorite sport? Right? Let's find out how you turn it into a picture. Okay, we can make a picture using the data from our table. So, we had our table, and our table had, our table had totals at the bottom. Do you remember from last time? The total number of people who like basketball is 1. The total number of people who responded that liked soccer is 6. The number of people who like football is 2. The number of people that like volleyball is 2. When we go and put this in a graph or a chart, this is what it looks like. This is a picture of called a graph or a chart. Well, let's look up close so that we can see it. Okay, so here is a chart or a graph that is based on, it has the numbers from our data. This is your graph title. This is the title of the graph. What is your favorite sport? This is your legend. Your legend tells you what each of the colors mean. So the blue color is the people who liked basketball. The green color is the people who liked soccer. The red color is the people who liked football. The yellow is the people who liked volleyball. Volleyball, right? You can see that one person liked basketball, but 6 people liked soccer. 2 people liked football and 2 people liked volleyball. So down here, this is the different kinds of sports, right? Basketball, soccer, football, volleyball. The different kinds of sports are all the way along here. And along this side, it's how many people like this sport. Is it 1 person, or 2, or 3, or 4, 5, 6, 7, 8? It tells you. All right? So this is the graph's title. The legend. Graphs should have a legend so that you can read the graph and know what the graph is about. Along the bottom, when you look this way on a graph, This is called the x-axis, students. You will need to remember this, x-axis. When you do graphing and Cartesian mathematics, you'll need to know this number. X-axis. This along here, when we go up and down on a graph or a chart, this is called the y-axis. X-axis, y-axis, okay? This is called a bar graph or bar chart. Why? Because this is called a bar, and that's called a bar. This and this. How many bars are there? 1, 2, 3, 4 bars. There are 4 bars in this chart. Okay? Let's try another example from last time. Here is that table that we saw last time when the little baby asks, right, which animals do you like? Kaylee and Delphi and Mr. Steele were asked. And we were asked about whether we like cats or dogs or squirrels or bunnies. Kaylee liked everybody but dogs. The cat hates everybody and Mr. Steele likes everybody. All right? So this is our table. And this here, the check marks and X's, that's our data. What kind of a chart is this? Yeah, it's a bar chart, isn't it? It's a bar chart because it has bars. How many bars does it have? Yeah, it has 2, 4, 6, 8. There's 8 here. Now, what's the title of this bar chart? Yeah, it's up here. What animals do you like? So, down at the bottom, this is called the axis. This is called the x-axis. This is called the axis. This is called the y-axis. Along the top, or along the side, this is the number of votes that each person cast. How many votes? A vote is a choice, right? So there were 2 votes for liking cats. There was only 1 vote for hating cats, right? So you can see like and hate, like and hate, like and hate, like and hate. All right? So you can see on here preferences. It's called preferences. Do you like or don't you like? Here are some more examples of bar charts. Okay, what's the title of this bar chart? Yeah, students vote for favorite fruit. Looks like how many bars are there in this bar chart? Yeah, there's 6. And do you notice something? What's different about this bar chart than the other bar chart? Yeah, the bars are going this way. Students' bars can go this way or they can go this way. They can go horizontal or they can go vertical. These bars go horizontal. Which fruit is the most popular? Which fruit is the one that the most people like? Is it pears? No, Mr. Steele. People like pears the least. The least. The most is apples. Apples has 5 votes. 5 people liked apples. Only 1 person liked pears. All right. Here's the number of students along the x-axis. 5 all the way over here, 1 here. Right? So you can look at a table, and a table might will show you the data, but sometimes it's easier. It's easier to understand the data when you look at a chart. I bet I have a big mark here from my last what's this? What's the title? The title is Students' Favorite After School Activities. How many bars are on the chart? Yeah, 7. Which after-school activity is most popular? Yeah, visiting with friends. How many people said that that's their favorite school activity, after-school activity? Yeah, 99. Do you see along the x-axis, students? The x-axis goes all the way up to 100 this time. Not just 4 or 6 or 10. It goes to 100. Okay? And then you can see that 99 is almost touching this line where 100 is. It's very close. So bar charts or bar graphs can have big numbers or they can have little numbers. Okay? Which was the least popular after-school activity? Which activity did not many people like? Yeah, that's school clubs. 22. Okay, what about this one? Look at this. Here's bars, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The x-axis tells us who, right? Who, and this is the y-axis. What's Mr. Steele saying? The y-axis tells us who. The x-axis tells us how many. The title of this chart is number of people and pets in the neighborhood. Okay, so that y-axis lists all the who's. It could be dogs, cats, babies, teens, girls, boys, seniors, men and women. And then how many? All the way up to 32. So when you look at the neighborhood, it looks like the neighborhood has more women than any of these other groups. In the middle, looks like girls and boys and teens, right? But then the least is dogs. The least is dogs. Right? So this is called a bar chart or a bar graph. And again, our bars go this way. This is called horizontal, right? Some bars go vertical, some go horizontal. Hey, that fish come from? Get out of here. Okay. This graph is different, isn't it? This graph shows percents. Do you remember percents from earlier in the term? Percents, this is the symbol for percents. So the title of this graph is amount of sugar in certain foods. How much sugar is in this food, right? That's the title. This is the y-axis. This is the x-axis. How many kinds of food are being surveyed? Well, let's see. How many kinds of food are being researched? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 kinds of food. Ketchup, peanut butter, chocolate bars, ice cream, chocolate cake, soda, like pop, and crackers. And then along here we have the percent of sugar. All right, so way up at the top, 35% sugar. That's a lot of sugar, or no sugar. Which food here had the highest percent of sugar? Yeah, chocolate bars. What was the percentage of sugar in chocolate bars? Let's look. 33.2. So here's 28. Here's 35. So you find the percentage by going in between. In between here, 33 is in between 28 and 35. So the bar goes all the way to here. You see? This bar says 28.9% for sugar. Here's 28. 0.9 is just a little bit above the bar. 28 plus almost 29. Almost 29, but not quite. See? And the least amount of sugar That's surprising to me as ketchup. I would have thought it would be crackers, but crackers have a bit more. So 8.8. So there's 7. 8 is a little bit higher, but it's not all the way to 9. Okay? See how a bar chart can help you understand information easier than just looking at a table, right? Okay, that's it for today. I want you to go to live worksheets today and try some work with bar charts. See you next time.